Hello everybody, welcome back to the FM24 Youth Academy Challenge with Folkestone Invicta. It's the best day of the season. It's Youth Intake Day, and we had an A-rated position for fullback on our preview thing. So I'm hoping there's good things coming and we get a new fullback coming through, because left back would be brilliant. If we can get a new young left back who's really, really good coming through, that would be superb. And as ever, we're looking for some fantastic names, odd nationalities, and of course, good personalities. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the save, and fellow managers, we find ourselves top of the league. Yes, we do. We are top of the league by 2 points and with a game in hand. So this season is going pretty well in the league. It's not too bad at all. Englefield still top goal scorer, 22 goals. Anthony Haynes is our best performing player, which says quite a lot about how we've been playing this year. He's bailed us out quite a lot, and I'm going to be very shocked if we don't get bids on him in the summer window. Kadakuedu and Geordie Hewson stepping up with the assists with 10 apiece. Anthony Haynes is best pass completion. He's also most player of the matches, joint with Hayden Ruffles. And Shane Gannon has been our most violent player, picking up 13 yellows and 1 red, which is all good really, isn't it? Quick look at the schedule, then we can dive in and see that it's not been too bad. A big host of green, especially during the month of December, which was lovely. 2 draws at the end of the month was a little bit worse for wear. January was okay. We got underway against AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund, got a draw against Milan and beat Dortmund 3-0, which was very nice in the Champions League. A surprise loss to Middlesbrough in the Premier League was disappointing, and we did get knocked out in the Carabao Cup in the semi-final by Newcastle, which was a shame. We lost 2-1 in the first leg, and then in the second leg lost 2-0, so they went through rather comfortably 4-1. We did beat Spurs. We drew Rangers in the knockouts, beat them 4-1 at home after drawing 0-0 at Ibrox. We've beaten Man City, we've beaten Liverpool. We did beat AC Milan in the round of 16 and then lost to them after extra time. And I thought we were going to do something dramatic here, because we were 2-0 down, and in the 94th minute, Hayden Ruffles popped up with an a goal, which meant it was 2-2 on aggregate, got to extra time, and in the 108th minute, Osman Kamara broke our hearts. And Osman Kamara is quite good. Yes, he's the sort of player I'd love to have coming through our team, but unfortunately he's at AC Milan and is doing pretty well for them, to be honest. We've just recently drawn 1-1 with Bournemouth as well, so we're not playing the best. A lot of player fatigue is kicking in. I don't know if we can see it on here, but you can see I've rested absolutely everybody that was involved in the matchday squad, but we've got Englefield needs a rest, Kuedu needs a rest, Lucas Hole needs a rest, and Anthony Haynes does have interest in him from Real Madrid, which is going to be very hard to turn down, isn't it? Yeah, you know, when you've got a club like Real Madrid, the players normally kick off about what's happening and everything in here. But let's get rid of the under-21s and the under-18s. I was just doing some comparison things about players and getting all the players listed, putting them in the tools that I use to see who can do what. But generally, we are bringing through a number of the youngsters. Let's sort by age, actually. That would make sense. So Jean Japeng has played 30 games this season, 23 starts, 7 sub-appearances. He's got 5 assists, a 6.82, doing pretty well. He is consistently getting a 10 rating in training. He is also wanted by Sheffield United on loan. That's not going to happen. But yeah, he's developing quite well, training really well. Professional personality is really helping that one out. He's going to be absolutely epic for us. From right back, he's going to be very, very good indeed. Matteo Falcone was the other youngster that got called into the first team this season. 11 appearances for him, 11 starts, 1 sub, 1 assist and a 6.78, so settling in nicely, playing at left back more often than not. I think he's had a couple of appearances at left wing, but he's mainly playing at left back. In fact, if we check recent form, you'll see here, yeah, left back, and then unused substitutes quite a lot of the time. He sits on the bench and gets a bit of experience. But another one, training very well, 9.45 pretty much every week, is one of the top performers in training. And then, of course, we called up Gilmore Horncastle, or MGH, as we've nicknamed him. And he's doing reasonably as well, getting a good bit of game time, and was progressing quite nicely. But because he's absolutely shattered and has recently played, has gone down a bit technically, but generally is playing okay, relatively well to be a first team player. Definitely, you notice it in the match engine when we see him play. Definitely gets caught out in midfield with his jumping reach. Like that's where we want to play him, is holding midfield, but that jumping reach of 4, he definitely gets caught out and needs a bigger, muscular jumping reach man next to him, which is fine. We do have Ross Keir and Darren Grimshaw up here, but as you can see, they've not played that many appearances. But Geordie Hewson is probably the breakout star of the season. Now, I know that he played 31 games for us last year, but this year I feel like he's nailed down that starting position, completely his over Ben Rees in midfield, and he's playing very well for it as well. 19 years old, really looking quite good. You can see plays a lot of our big games: Milan, Man United, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham. We are rotating him out of the team a little bit to try and give him a bit of rest. We're doing that with quite a few of our players, and it seems to be working. Like, I mean, we're top of the league. We have been knocked out of the Champions League by AC Milan. We're in the Emirates FA Cup against Chelsea, but I am expecting us to lose that one because I'm probably going to rotate a few players. That's actually our next game after this episode. And the semi-finals are by Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So we're doing all right. We really, really need... I do really want a left-back to come through, so then we can potentially move Falcone back up to left midfield. But he's doing a good job when he plays at left-back. We really need some sort of very good striker to start coming through. Now, we're looking at the likes of potentially moving JPJ forward into that central attacking midfield role because of the good... into the centre forward role, because we've got a number of attacking midfielders coming through, and his off the ball... his off the ball, his finishing and his composure will get him loads of goals. He doesn't quite have the pace and acceleration I'd want him to have up there, but could do a good job. He's also wanted by Newcastle, surprisingly enough. He's only 23, so he's got a lot of legs left in him, to be honest. Whereas Engelfield's now 31. He's still our top scorer, and he's not getting worse. And I'm not going to drop him until he starts really dropping off in attributes. But yeah, like behind them, we've got Keith Simpson, who's a sort of all-rounder, can play around, but we've started to be playing him a little bit more up front. He has the pace and acceleration. His off the ball is okay. His finishing is okay. His composure off the ball. We're working in training on his off the ball movement in the final third. So hoping that helps. Nicky Burbage is sort of on the fringes of the first team, like good dribbling, finishing of 11, off the ball 15, acceleration and pace is decent as well. Like, again, there's these people that are just sort of there in the periphery, but no one's really taken their chances when they've been given a chance when Engelfield's been dropped. So we do need somebody else to step up and give us a chance, to really take it by the scruff of the neck. And I don't know whether that's then a case of we move JPJ up front, Sir Nogis comes... Well, basically we do this, right? If I put JPJ in there and we go to the tactics, we basically play Joseph up front, Kuedu, Sir Nogis comes in, who's looking good, could definitely be better technically. His physicals bail him out a lot. He could also be one that we sell because I don't know how much better he's going to get. And he has played very well, don't get me wrong. 6.8, 6.89, 6.85, he's very consistent, but his goal output is nowhere near as good as what Kuedu, Joseph or Ruffles do in the similar positions. So there's all these sort of things that I need to think about going into next season, but for now we have one piece of news in the top corner and we're going to go and check out our youth intake. And here it is. We have one elite talent who is a left back. Irishman Connor Cahill is in there. 1.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. Sammy Egleton in central midfield is also 4.5 star, so he might bump up into elite when they do their review and stuff. But yeah, we've got one elite talent, 1, 2, 3, 4 top talents. Good talents are, there's quite a few of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there, and then 5 decent talents as well. So not the greatest intake, but I think that shows you how strong our squad is getting compared to what's happening. It's actually as well the first time I think we've ever had one that doesn't say superb intake. This is a good intake on this little right hand side bit. So that is interesting. Let's go into the under 18s then. We'll look at the youth candidates here, please, and we'll go through in the view that I've created for Youth Academy view. There we go. Let's have a look first at nationalities then. We've got a Brazilian. We've got a fickle Brazilian who's 15 years old. Love that. Lots of Englishmen. We've got a Malayan, Nigerian, Northern Irish, Uruguayan, and 2 Welsh people as well. I wonder if that Uruguayan came through, because I'm pretty sure we now have an affiliate. I'm pretty sure I agreed an affiliate in Uruguay. Yes, Defensa Sporting. There we go. So, Defensa Sporting, we've got... I didn't update you on this. We've got Defensa Sporting, Penafiel, Shandong, 1860 Munich, and Wellington Phoenix as well, as sort of affiliate clubs that are helping us bring some players through and giving us money and things like that. So, so some good personalities. Position-wise, 2 goalkeepers, right back, left centre-back, holding midfielder, left centre-back, wing-back, left-back, wing-back, holding midfielder, 2 midfield right-lefts, midfield, attacking midfield, centre, midfield right, attacking midfield, centre, attacking midfield, left centre, attacking midfield left, attacking midfield right, centre striker, and attacking midfield left striker as well. Personality-wise, 1 fickle, 2 unambitious, 2 balanced, 3 light-hearted, 1 fairly professional, 1 fairly sporting, 1 fairly loyal, 1 fairly ambitious, 1 sporting, 1 realist, 1 determined, and 1 model citizen in there as well. Doesn't look to have the best potential, but that could be interesting. Media handling, evasive and unflappable. 5 level-headeds, 5 media friendlies, 1 outspoken, volatile and confrontational. That's going to be fun. And 3 unflappables in there as well. Ability-wise, we've got 2 people coming in at 1.5 stars already, which is Connor Cahill and the Brazilian Henriksen, which is a good name. Potential ability, then we have those 2 on 4.5 star, which is Connor Cahill and Sammy Egleton. And then we've got 2 on 4 stars as well, which is Henriksen, the Brazilian, and Matthew Gray in holding midfield, which is quite interesting. At jumping reach, we've got 2 good jumpers, Clint Dack and Connor Cahill. Pacey boy is Henriksen, the Brazilian. Acceleration is Vincent Adesina, the Englishman. Determination, we've got good determination here. 20 for Matthew Gray, 16 for Vincent Adina, 16 for Morgan Bowen, and 16 for Diego Souza. Work rate, 15 for Bowen, 15 for Parsons. Teamwork, 19 for Bowen, 16 for Souza. Concentration is 11 for Cahill, 11 for Gray. Decisions is 14 for Bowen and 13 for Gray as well. And then composure, youngsters never come through a good composure. 9 for Connor Cahill and a few 8s in there as well. So really not too bad at all. Right, we are very quickly going to look at all these people with rubbish potential ability. Diego Souza's up first. Very good determination, very good teamwork, not much else going on. Might get a contract purely because he's Uruguayan, and I think he's the first Uruguayan we're going to get through since our link with Defenspor. So I do think we might give him a contract. Not going to waste my time going through that. He's pretty rubbish compared to what we've got at the moment. Next up, goalkeeper Kasimo Nomoko from Mali. Again, not great. Not much potential. Probably won't get a contract just because he's Malayan, because we've got another goalkeeper in here that's slightly higher. Well, I say slightly higher rated. He's the next person up. Gareth Roberts. I'll compare Gareth Roberts and the Malayan together and see which young goalkeeper gets a contract, just because we need the under-18s to have a goalkeeper. So, one of them will get a contract. Both of them look like they're not going to be threatening the first team any time in this save. Vincent Adesina, English midfield right and left. Great determination, good crossing, good acceleration, good technique, good work rate, shite potential, is very consistent, has a competitive streak, probably won't get a contract. We can start being picky now, so probably won't get a contract. Chris White, attacking midfield left, very good physicals, acceleration 12, agility 11, balance 12, fitness 12, pace 11, stamina 12. 2-footed, good dribbling, good technique, good decent determination as well, but again, not great potential, not brilliant, inconsistent. I just don't think we need him to get a contract, to be honest. Next up, into the 2.5 star potential players. Aidan Dance, 16 years old in central midfield, really lacking physically for what we need to come through at this point. First touch, passing, technique is all looking good. Vision, he's quite a good playmaker. He's a decent playmaker, but might get a contract. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because this is a weak intake compared even to what we had like last year. So not sure we need to really panic too much. Morty Leroyd, 15 years old. Again, decent physicals. Tries killer balls, often tries long range free kicks. Free kick taking 10, passing 6. Okay, like I can understand the free kicks, can't quite understand the killer balls, but his technique is good, teamwork is good, flair is good. He looks pretty poor, to be honest. Again, don't think we need to spend too much time looking at him. Peter Parsons, so 16 years old, massive hair at the moment. He'll get a new face before the next episode, hopefully. Jumping reach is decent at 13, like balance 13, bravery 15, determination 12, leadership 12, teamwork 11, work rate 15, tackling 15, marking 9, heading 9. I mean, with that jumping reach and that tackling, potentially he has the potential to be a centre-back. Oh, he is a centre-back. I thought he was a holding midfielder. He is a centre-back. Tries to play his way out of trouble. Awesome. Dribbling 4. Decisions 7. Great. Agility 8. Brilliant. So he's not really going to ever play his way out of trouble. Refrains from taking long shots, which is good because he has long shots 5. Probably won't get a contract. Mo might do, actually. He's got good jumping reach. Right, the model citizen. Morgan Bowen. 2.5-star potential ability. Welsh, enthusiastic fullback. Great teamwork, great determination, great balance, good bravery, good decisions making, good work rate, leadership, flair's all pretty good. Mentally is a very good player, which I assume goes hand in hand with being a model citizen. Technically is pretty poor. 10 for passing, 10 for tackling. 1-9 in there at technique. A couple of 8s, 7s, 6 and 5s. Physically, other than balance, 10 for stamina, 10 for fitness, 10 for agility. It's not great. Loves to get the crowd going, but I'm not convinced, but he's a model citizen. So that is quite handy to keep around, to be honest, because I don't think we have any model citizens at the club. So it's not too bad to keep him around, to be honest. Morgan Bowen. Franklin Bais, still on the 2.5-star potential players. We've got quite a lot of them this time. Technique 13, teamwork 15, leadership 14, determination 13, fitness 13, pace 11, agility 12. Dives into tackles, tackling 3. That is not a good mix. Generally, actually, where he needs attributes isn't the greatest. Crossing of 10, acceleration 8 for a winger isn't great. First touch 8, dribbling 8. Probably won't get a contract. We get Nigerians through quite often, so that's not that fancy a nationality, to be honest. Next up, Clinton Dack, left back. So 3-star potential player. So we're into the 3-star potentials now. Crossing 10. Not bad for a left back. Passing 10, tackling 10, technique 13, teamwork 14, off the ball 5, positioning 5, leadership 13, determination 13, decisions 11, aggression 14, jumping reach 14. We do know how important that is for fullbacks to stop those back post crosses. He's actually not dreadful. He's not amazing, but he's not dreadful. With that determination, a fairly professional personality, and it already has good jumping reach, I feel like could develop into something. 3 stars isn't dreadful. Does lack consistency. He can jump really high but can't head the ball for toffee. He's got a 6. So yeah, I don't know. Not the greatest, but we are running out of players. So here we go. Now we've got 3.5-star Francis Adair, defender left centre from Northern Ireland. Jumping reach 13, balance 13, determination 15, decisions 11, leadership 12, passing 12. Tackling 9, heading 9, marking 8, strength 6, pace 9, loves to argue with officials. No news of his consistency in the pros or cons, but he's okay. I mean, he's got a lot of work to do to get into our team. He is 15. It does say he's better than 2 other centre-backs at the club already. But there's a lot of people ahead of him that are better at playing centre-back than him. And a lot of these 3 here, or these 4 here, are only 1 year older. I think maybe 2 years older. So that's what I mean. It's going to be very tough for these players now to break into our first team. They're going to have to be very, very good. Matthew Gray at holding midfield. Determination 20, love that. That's going to get him a contract. Stamina 12, decisions 13, concentration 11, bravery 12, teamwork 14, work rate 12, tackling 13, technique 11. Yeah, I don't mind that as a holding midfielder. He could just purely be, if we can just get his physicals up. Again, he's 5'7", jumping reach of 7. He needs to be taller and be able to jump, because that's what we're missing in our holding midfield positions. But he's determined. He might put the effort in and make a difference. So I'm not going to write him off just yet. But then we're in now to the Brazilian. So he was 4-star, Matthew Gray, 4-star potential as well. Henriksen is also 4-star potential, hailing from Brazil as a right winger. Acceleration 13, agility 15, pace 15, fitness 12, balance 10, stamina 9. Not dreadful physicals. The acceleration, the agility and the pace will be very good as the winger. Off the ball 9, work rate 5, he's very lazy. Flair 13, determination 12, dribbling 11, first touch 11, passing 11, technique 11. There's a player there, but he does need quite a lot of work, doesn't he? Inconsistent. Like, what's that? Bad personality because of his fickleness, can't head the ball, operating at a League 2 level. He potentially could deal with a loan move down to League 2 and get some game time, maybe. Not sure. He is listed as a promising winger, which is always good. And of course, Kadu Kuedu came through as a fickle personality, and that has changed to resolute just because of the squad and some mentoring. So we can potentially get that changed and working. And if he can be anywhere as good as Kadu Kuedu, that would be absolutely amazing. The last two players then, Sammy Egleton, which is an amazing name, by the way. 15 years old, light-hearted young midfielder, 4.5 star potential, is a little bit injury prone, which is a bit of a concern. Central midfield, but can play attacking midfield or on the right. Looks for pass rather than attempting to score. Finishing 14, passing 14, technique 13, off the ball 8, leadership 13, flair 13, determination 15, decision 7, composure 8, anticipation 7, balance 11, acceleration 11, jumping reach 12, fitness 12. Again, I sort of feel like he could be another sort of option in attacking midfield because he's going to grow naturally with that potential, and with the training we're going to get him on. He can jump, he can score, he looks for pass rather than attempting to score, but he can score and he can pass just as well. Yeah, get the vision up, get the work rate, get the off the ball up, get decisions up, and I feel like you've got a decent attacking midfielder there. I think he's actually not too bad. I do think there's a base of a player. Just got to work on that development, and yeah, he's light-hearted. Light-heartedness shouldn't get in the way, as people have written in the comments. Light-hearted isn't a terrible personality. It's actually quite good, but that determination is very good as well. I do like the look of that. And then Connor Cahill from Ireland, the left back. Is he the left back we've been hoping for? No, he's not going to come straight into the first team, is he? But pace 10, fitness 13, jumping reach 14. That's awesome for a fullback. Balance 14, definitely needs to work on his pace a bit. Teamwork 15, concentration 11, anticipation 8, aggression 11, bravery 12, decisions 10, crossing 11, heading 11, passing 10, and tackling 15. He's actually very good for this age. He's 15. Like, he's consistent, doesn't really have that many negative personalities that you can't train out. He's slow, we can try and work on his pace. He's got improve his first touch, we can work on that, and he's at a League 2 level, which he should improve on. I don't mind him. Let's compare him to Falcone, Matteo Falcone, who obviously were playing sort of at left back, so much better defending. Mentally, he's very close already, much better aerially. Technical, attacking, speed and vision is less, but already the same as physical. So yeah, if you can make him a bit more all-round for the attacking stuff, I think he's going to be quite good, isn't he? I think he's going to be quite good. So let's just highlight. We're playing with wing-backs on support generally. We do change it depending on the opponent and how the game's going. But yeah, so crossing is pretty good. As I said, if you get a left-back through, it then allows Falcone to push up and be our backup left winger, especially if we're thinking of selling Sir Nogus as well. But yeah, you can see just from the bar charts how much better, even if we ignore... can we ignore this clear selected role? You can see here, right, the bar charts are showing how much better technically all round Cahill is. Mentally is better as well, and sort of physically Falcone has the pace, Cahill has the physicality. Yeah, there's an interesting comparison for both of them at left back. 15 and 17 years old, so Falcone's had 2 years of development as well. Interesting. Cahill's determination of 9 is a bit poor. But yeah, it's not okay. I mean, we are in this point of the save where the club is worth £2 billion, just to show you that. Like, the club is worth £2 billion, and our facilities are pretty amazing. We can't upgrade the youth facilities anymore at the moment. The owner won't do it. But yeah, we are in such a good position now that the youth intakes are going to look more like that. I think we'll get more where it's like one or maybe none elite talents, quite a few good talents, and then the rest of them we sort of just bin off. But Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Zhang Zhiping, by the way, is still listed as our hot prospect player. So I do think he's going to be one hell of a good footballer. Like, I really hope he continues his development and does really well. I mean, he's worth 37 million at the ages of 17. So, yeah, pretty good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a little bit bouncy around about everything. But, yeah, we're making our way through this. We're not going to win the Champions League this year because we've been knocked out of it. Can we win it before I have my three-week work trip in the UK and Germany? I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully we can, because I don't want that break in the video series to stop the engagement. So, yeah, we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.